Falling out of the sky is far less fun than it sounds. One minute I'm soaring past the stars, barreling through a veil of color and magic and snatches of children's voices and whispered dreams. And then there it is. It spreads out below me in familiar, rugged curves that I know better than my own shadow. Neverland. I angle toward the island, trails of Jeremy's packet of pixie dust lifting my body, when I start to stutter. My body wobbles midair, and I check the store of dust, only to find that it's almost gone. I try to coast, treading late afternoon air, but the last shred of dust flickers out. I drop, spiraling toward the roiling, dark stretches of Neversea below, like some rock shot from slightly slingshot. I flail in the air, but can't seem to slow. All hints of airy pixie dust gone. Blast it all! When I had Tink, there'd always be plenty of dust to make it to Neverland, to drift lightly down, to perch on the trees and spy on Lily's tribe, or kick one of Hook's cannonballs out of the air. But this time, without her, it took much longer to even get a bead on the island. Neverland usually calls to me, like a siren's lure drawing me closer. But instead my Neverland pushed me away. Hid. As I plummet past the stars, through the clouds and biting wind, toward the thrashing Neversea below, I suddenly realize why. The whole island is angry. It's in the chilled air, the way the water kicks below me, the skeletal silhouette of the island. I slam into the icy waves like a cannonball. They knock the breath from my lungs and batter my skin as I sink. Cold numbs my body before I can beat for the surface. The Neversea wrestles control, swallowing me up. The island isn't just angry. Neverland is afraid. Its fear leaks through the water around me, weighted and churning with such panic it makes me nauseous. This is nothing like the crystal-clear, warm depth I'm used to. I force myself to strike for the surface and break through. I shake wet hair out of my eyes as the water continues to swell and writhe around me, almost thick and slimy as it attempts to drag me away from the island. Neverland's craggy shores rise in the distance, not as far as I'd thought, but even from this vantage point something is off. The color is leached from the shore, the sand dark and the trees lifeless and charred. Not very promising. I wrestle with the Neversea, fighting to make it to that shore. I almost crow out of habit, but of course my lost boys won't answer. Or if they did, it wouldn't be to help me. No one here would want to pull me out of this water. More likely they'd shove me back under. As I get closer to the craggy shoreline, my body aching and creaking like a blithering ship, I see something fluid and glistening slide through the water a few paces ahead, and then the flash of a rippled, sharp fin. I halt, bobbing in the frigid water, not daring to breathe. Good Gad, I hope the sirens aren't hungry. I'm only a few feet from the shore, so I push down my uneasiness and continue swimming, trying to keep the dangerous undersea creatures well within view. Suddenly, an oily tail slides past my leg. My skin crawls, and I wrench away. Oh no,